Of the 9 people preparing for today's show, only one can win and take home up to £10,000. The other 8 teammates will leave the studio with nothing. Why? Because they'll each be voted the weakest link.
Welcome to the weakest link. Any of the 9 people behind me could win up to £10,000 today. They don't know each other, however, if they want the prize money, they'll have to work as a team. But 8 of them will leave with nothing, as round by round we lose the player voted the weakest link. Let's meet the team.
I'm Ellen, I'm 44, I come from Leeds, but I was born in New York, and I'm a psychotherapist.
I'm Steve, I'm 39, I come from West Bromwich, and I'm a sales manager.
I'm Gordon, I'm 25, I come from Aberdeen, and I work as a cashier in a petrol station.
I'm Maggie, I'm 48, from Birmingham, and I'm a customer services advisor.
Richie, I'm 35, I live in Crawley, and I work as a project manager.
I'm Wendy, I'm 63, I'm from Wellington in Somerset, and I'm a retired lecturer.
I'm Stephen, I'm 37, I'm from Poole, and I'm a learning disabilities nurse.
My name's Karen, I'm 31, I live in Liverpool, and I'm doing a PhD in Russian politics.
I'm Sean, I'm 52, I'm from Merseyside, where I work as a tax advisor.
Now the rules. In each round, the aim is to answer enough questions correctly to reach your £1,000 target within the time limit. The fastest way is to create a chain of 9 correct answers. Get your question wrong and you break the chain and lose all the money in that chain. But if you say bank before the question is asked, the money is safe. However, you start a new chain from 0. Remember, at the end of the round, only money that has been banked can be taken forward. The first round lasts for 3 minutes. We'll start with the person whose name is first alphabetically. That's you, Ellen. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Ellen, which scientist discovered penicillin in 1928?
Alexander Fleming.
Correct. Steve, who's watching you in Orwell's 1984?
Pass.
Big Brother. Gordon, which profession is shared by Naomi Campbell and Kate Moss?
Fashion modelling.
Correct. Maggie, cricket bats are traditionally made from which wood?
Willow.
Correct. Richie, if you were in Taunton, what county would you be in?
Somerset.
Correct. Wendy.
Bank.
For £20, St Francis, founder of the Franciscans, is associated with which Italian town?
Assisi.
Correct. Stephen, who wrote the poem If?
Kipling.
Correct. Karen, which dame won an Oscar for Shakespeare in Love despite only being on screen for 8 minutes?
Judi Dench.
Correct. Sean,
Bank.
for £20, how do you spell the word grey in American English?
G-R-E-Y.
No, G-R-A-Y. Ellen, in music, which rocker's biggest hit was School's Out?
Alice Cooper.
Correct. Steve, the front entrance to Buckingham Palace is at the end of which famous London road?
The Mall.
Correct. Gordon,
Bank.
during World War II, who was Hitler's notorious Minister of Propaganda?
Goebbels.
Correct. Maggie, was Fred Perry the last Englishman to win the men's singles at Wimbledon?
Yes.
Correct. Richie, in what year was the Battle of Britain?
1940.
Correct. Wendy,
Bank.
for £20, in the film The Wizard of Oz, what was the name of Dorothy's dog?
Toto.
Correct. Stephen, what is the personal expenditure of the British monarch called?
Civil list.
Privy Purse. Karen, what breed of animal is a Jersey?
Cow.
Correct. Sean, who spent Christmas Day 1741 devising the centigrade temperature scale? Gabriel Fahrenheit or Anders Celsius?
Celsius.
Correct. Ellen, what was the nationality of the writer James Joyce?
Irish.
Correct. Steve, for £20, which breed of dog originating in China has a bluish-black tongue?
Chow.
Correct. Gordon, who preceded Tony Blair as Labour Party leader?
John Smith.
Correct. Maggie.
Bank.
In sport, what is a pugilist?
A boxer.
Correct. Richie. Which composer wrote the violin concerto The Four Seasons?
Vivaldi.
Correct. Wendy. In maths, what does 15 times 8 equal?
120.
Correct. Stephen.
Bank.
What nationality was the playwright and poet Voltaire?
French.
Correct. Karen. In which TV sitcom would you hear the catchphrase, I don't believe it?
Pass. I don't know.
1 foot in the grave and time's up. You managed to bank £600. You could have won 1,000. Who's letting you down? One of you is about to leave with nothing. It's time to vote off the weakest link.
The weakest link is Sean, who answered the least questions correctly. Wendy got the most answers right, banked the most money, and is therefore the strongest link. But without knowing the statistics, how will the players vote?
Okay, pens down, voting over. Please reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Richie.
Karen.
Richie.
Wendy.
Stephen.
Steve.
Steve.
Stephen.
Karen.
We have a tie. Steve, Karen, Richie and Stephen. 2 votes each. Steve, why Karen?
Is there anyone I could remember who got the wrong answer, to be honest?
Of course, you got a wrong answer
I
as
did,
well.
yeah.
And Karen, why Stephen?
I thought he was banking a bit earlier and then getting questions right, so we could have built the money up quicker.
Well, when the vote is tied, the strongest link has to decide who they'd like to get rid of. So, Wendy, would you like to get rid of Steve, Karen, Richie, or Stephen?
I think Steve.
Steve, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
As you walk off the podium, you know, it just seems a bit humiliating that you're sort of walking straight out and the camera's following you. I think the person that may go out next may be Wendy, because although she got the questions right first time round, she's just a little bit hesitant.
Round 2. Right, well, you've won £600 so far. Of course, you could have won £1,000. 8 of you left. We are now taking 10 seconds off the clock. We're going to start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Wendy. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Wendy, what is the largest country in Oceania?
Australia.
Correct. Stephen, is a puffin's beak blue, red and yellow in summer or winter?
Winter.
Summer. Karen, which side of the bed does superstition say is the wrong side to get out of?
Left.
Correct. Sean, which gas used in lamps to produce an orange-red colour has the chemical symbol Ne?
Neon.
Correct. Ellen, what number carat is pure gold?
24.
Correct. Gordon, how many terms as US President did George Bush serve?
2.
1. Maggie, did Belgium join the European community before or after the UK?
After.
Before. Richie, in the novel Animal Farm, what kind of animal is Napoleon?
A pig.
Correct. Wendy, if you were born on the 1st of July, what star sign would you be?
No idea.
Cancer. Stephen, which European river is known in Germany as the Donau?
The Rhine.
The Danube. Karen, what is a pimpernel?
A flower.
I'll accept flower. Sean, moussaka is the national dish of which country?
Greece.
Correct. Ellen, in which of these countries would you not pay for something with a franc? Luxembourg, Lithuania or Liechtenstein?
Lithuania.
Correct. Gordon.
Bank.
What county is home to Windsor Castle?
Berkshire.
Correct. Maggie, Sacha Baron Cohen is the man behind which British comic character?
I'm sorry, I don't know.
Ali G. Richie, what nationality is the singer Bryan Adams?
Canadian.
Correct. Wendy, in science, seismology is the study of what?
Earthquakes.
Correct. Stephen, which government department is responsible for the police?
The Home Office.
Correct. Karen.
Bank.
For £20, which other country is immediately south of Brussels in Belgium?
Don't know.
France. Sean, the Pilgrim Fathers sailed to America aboard what ship in 1620?
The Mayflower.
Correct. Ellen, which Russian jeweller was noted especially for his jewelled eggs?
Fabergé.
Correct. Gordon.
Bank.
Damon Albarn is the lead singer with which pop group?
Blur.
Correct. Maggie, what scientific name is given to an animal that eats both meat and plants?
A carnivore.
Omnivore. Richie, how many fluid ounces are there in an imperial pint?
20.
Correct. And time is up. You've missed out on another £1,000. This time you banked only £250. Who's costing you money? One of you is about to leave the studio with nothing. It's time to vote off the weakest link.
The statistics show that Maggie is the weakest link because she got all her questions wrong, but there's no guarantee the team would have realised that. How will they vote?
OK, pens down, voting over. It is time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Maggie.
Sean.
Stephen.
Maggie.
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 Stephen.
Maggie.
Interesting. Especially Gordon. Why Sean?
He seemed to get one wrong, as I did. Yep.
He didn't get any wrong, unlike you. Sean, why Maggie?
I thought she got several wrong. In fact, I know she got several wrong.
Stephen?
She got several wrong, as did I.
I'm glad you remembered that. Well, statistically, with none right and 3 wrong, Maggie was the weakest link. So, goodbye.
I think it was just my own stupidity, really. But having said that, at the end of the day, you either know the answer to the question or you don't. So, I'm disappointed and sad. On the next round, I think Stephen will get voted off because he had 2 votes in the round before and then he had a couple of votes in this round as well.
Right, round 3. Now, you've won £850 so far, but of course you could have won £2,000. You are down to 7 players. We are taking another 10 seconds off the clock. We'll start with the strongest link from the last round. So, that's Ellen. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Ellen, what is the capital of Argentina?
Pass.
Buenos Aires. Gordon, which French football striker joined Manchester United from Leeds in November 1992?
Pass.
Eric Cantona. Richie, in the novel, what kind of animal was Taka?
An otter.
Correct. Wendy, which state in the USA is nicknamed the Lone Star State?
Texas.
Correct. Stephen, according to Lord Tennyson, in the spring a young man's fancy likely turns to thoughts of what?
Love.
Correct. Karen, what is the name of the sweet liquid in flowers used to attract pollinating insects?
Pass.
Nectar. Sean, members of the Society of Jesus are known by what other name?
Jesuits.
Correct. Ellen, complete the title of this Jim Carrey film, Man on the
Moon.
Correct. Gordon, in medicine, what is the common name for the disease tetanus?
Lockjaw.
Correct.
Bank.
Richie, who was the King of France at the outbreak of the French Revolution?
Louis XVI.
Correct. Wendy, which country is the venue of motorsports Acropolis Rally?
Greece.
Correct. Stephen, which palace is the London home of the Prince of Wales?
Pass.
St James's Palace. Karen, Who was Marilyn Monroe's playwright husband?
Norman Mailer.
Arthur Miller. Sean, is the viola larger or smaller than the violin?
Larger.
Correct. Ellen, in which county would you see the site of the Battle of Hastings?
Kent.
East Sussex. Gordon, what type of food is kumquat?
It's a fruit.
Correct. Richie, who was the shortest reigning Queen of England?
Lady Jane Grey.
Correct. Wendy, which annual entertainment event took place in Sweden this year and will take place in Denmark next year?
Sorry.
The Eurovision Song Contest. Stephen, the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand marked the beginning of which war?
World War One.
Correct. Karen, is
Bang.
Finland a member of the European Union?
Yes.
Correct. Sean, the cartoon Steamboat Willie was which character's screen debut?
Mickey Mouse.
Correct. Time is up. Now, you only banked £120. So you missed your £1,000 targets yet again. You should be winning more money. One of you is about to leave with nothing. It's time to vote off the weakest link.
Karen lost the most money for the team this time, although Ellen is the weakest link statistically, having got the most wrong answers and banked nothing for the team. But who will collect the most votes?
Okay, pens down, voting over. It is time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Karen.
Ellen.
Ellen.
Karen.
Karen.
Ellen.
Karen.
Of course, not a great performance by anyone in the last round. Ellen, why Karen?
She seemed to struggle a lot.
Anyone else occur to you they struggled a lot in that round?
I struggled a little.
I mean, your struggle was such that you were the weakest link, statistically. Well, despite 3 people voting for you, Ellen, as we can see, 4 people voted for Karen. So, Karen, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
I'm kind of upset to be voted off because I thought Ellen was probably weaker than me, and as Annie said, statistically she was. I think in the next round, if Ellen doesn't start doing a bit better, she's going to go off. I think once she's had so many votes in this round, people will remember that. Because sometimes it's quite difficult to keep track of who's getting questions wrong, but it's easy to remember who's been voted for previously.
Right, team, round 4. You've won £970 so far, out of potential prize money of £3,000. There are 6 of you left. We are taking another 10 seconds off the clock. Anyone who dithers and gets it wrong is a dreadful drawback. You now have just 2.5 minutes. We'll start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Richie. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Richie, which lizard can change colour to hide itself from predators?
Komodo dragon.
Chameleon. Wendy, which Spanish city is the architect Gaudi closely associated with?
Barcelona.
Correct. Stephen, what was the name of Beatrix Potter's first book?
Peter Rabbit.
Correct. Sean, the ocelot belongs to which animal family?
Leopard.
Cats. Ellen.
Bank.
For £20, which racket game developed from the children's game of battledore and shuttlecock?
Badminton.
Correct. Gordon, which ancient Greek is known as the father of medicine?
Socrates.
No, Hippocrates. Richie, what colour light is displayed on the starboard side of a boat?
Red.
Green. Wendy, which Hollywood actor starred in the film The Beach?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Correct. Stephen, in the nursery rhyme, what was little boy blue asleep under?
The haystack.
Correct.
Bank.
For £20, Sean, the fibres of the flax plant are used to make which cloth?
Linen.
Correct. Ellen, what are BASIC, COBOL and Pascal examples of?
Computer programming languages.
Correct. Gordon,
Bank.
what was Saigon renamed in 1976?
Ho Chi Minh City.
Correct. Richie, what is the name of the island in the BBC programme Castaway?
Pass.
Terence, Wendy, which US composer wrote the music to West Side Story?
Leonard Bernstein.
Correct. Stephen, what industry did Sheffield become famous for in 1913?
Steel.
Correct. Sean,
Bank.
what word can mean a hole-in-one at golf or an unreturnable tennis serve?
Ace.
Correct. Ellen, which planet is on average furthest from the sun?
Uranus.
Pluto. Gordon, who became president of the African National Congress in 1991?
Nelson Mandela.
Correct.
Bank.
Richie, banking, so for £20, by what nickname was Scottish outlaw Robert McGregor better known?
Roy.
You are out of time. I cannot accept your answer. Team, you missed your £1,000 target in that round. Again, you won just £170. Someone, frankly, is not up to the job. Now you can vote for the weakest link.
Having been the strongest link in the last round, the weakest link statistically is Richie, who got all his questions wrong this time. But will his strong early round save him? Let's see.
OK, pens down, voting over. It's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Gordon.
Richie.
Ellen.
Ellen.
Richie.
Richie.
Stephen, why Richie?
I don't think he got a single question right in that round.
Did you realise before this round that Richie hadn't got a single question wrong?
That was last time.
And I'm afraid that's the trouble, Richie. Because when you're good, you're very, very good. But when you're bad, you're quite hopeless. So, Richie, with 3 votes, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
It feels very bad. I came into the contest, came into that round, having got every single question right and being the strongest link. Therefore, to have a bad round and get voted off is very, very disappointing. I think the next to go will probably be Ellen. She's got a few questions wrong in the previous few rounds. I just scraped through a few times, and I think she'll probably be the next to go.
Right, round 5. Your total so far is £1,140. Of course, if you'd hit your targets, it would be £4,000. There are 5 of you left. Another 10 seconds is coming off the time. We're going to start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Sean. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Sean, what girl's name is given to a hairband?
Alice.
Correct. Ellen, what was Mozart's first name?
Wolfgang.
Correct. Gordon, Dr. Watson was the friend of which fictional detective?
Sherlock Holmes.
Correct. Wendy.
Bank.
£20. What name is used for the square or marketplace in an Italian town?
Piazza.
Correct. Stephen, where in Britain would you go to see Henry VIII's flagship, the Mary Rose?
Portsmouth.
Correct. Sean, was Venus the goddess of love and beauty in Greek or Roman mythology?
Roman.
Correct. Ellen,
Bank.
what is England's most northeasterly county?
Northumberland.
Correct. Gordon, in music, which instrument is Herb Alpert famous for playing?
The trumpet.
Correct. Wendy, which Hollywood actor starred in the film Forrest Gump?
Tom Hanks.
Correct. Stephen,
Bank.
in which century did the 100 Years' War end?
The 16th.
15th, Sean. Which political party is David Blunkett a member of?
Labour Party.
Correct. Ellen. Within the M25, what is London's largest royal park?
Kensington.
Richmond Park. Gordon. What is the maximum score that can be rolled in a game of 10-pin bowling?
250.
300. Wendy. The name Singh is given to male followers of which religion?
Sikh.
Sikhism. Correct. Stephen.
Bank.
Tiff Needell and Quentin Wilson both present which TV programme?
Top Gear.
Correct. Sean. Which racehorse was affectionately known as Desi?
Desert Orchid.
Correct. Ellen. Which lord and ex-politician wrote Cain and Abel?
Archer.
Jeffrey Archer. Gordon.
Bank.
What is the pigment in a plant that is involved in photosynthesis called?
Pass.
Chlorophyll. Wendy. What is the currency of India?
Rupee.
Correct. OK, your time's up and you've fallen short of your £1,000 target again. You banked £420. Somebody here who shouldn't be here any longer, someone you'd be far better off without. One of you is about to leave with nothing. It's time to vote off the weakest link.
The weakest link statistically is Gordon. He got the most questions wrong in this round. But does that mean his game is over? Let's find out.
OK, pens down, voting over. It's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Gordon.
Stephen.
Stephen.
Ellen.
Gordon.
We have a tie, as we can see. Stephen and Gordon have 2 votes each. Gordon, why Stephen?
He seemed to get 1 or 2 questions wrong, but I did the same myself.
Ellen, you seem very, very sure about Gordon. Have you had enough of him?
He's losing confidence.
Is he? Is he irritating you?
No, I feel sorry for him.
Oh, do you? Well, this is very simple because when the vote is tied, the strongest link from the last round has the deciding vote. So, Wendy, would you like to get rid of Stephen or would you like to get rid of Gordon?
I think I better say Stephen, as I voted that way originally.
Stephen, you have been voted the weakest link. Goodbye.
Had I voted for Gordon, he would have had 3 votes against him, and he would have been out, and he would have been standing here instead of me. I predict in the next round that Ellen will probably be knocked out, and if it's not Ellen, I think it will probably be Wendy.
Round 6, you've won £1,560. Of course, you could have won 5,000. There are 4 of you left. We are cutting another 10 seconds from your time. We start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Wendy. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Wendy, on which island was the detective series Bergerac set?
Jersey.
Correct. Sean, which town in northern France is famous for lace and horse racing?
No idea.
Chantilly. Ellen, which method of producing 3-dimensional images with lasers was invented by Denis Gabor?
Holograms.
Holography. We will accept that. Gordon, which British actor won an Oscar in 2000 for his role in The Cider House Rules?
Michael Caine.
Correct. Wendy, for £20. Phil Taylor and Dennis Priestley have both been world champions in which sport?
Don't know.
Darts. Sean, what is the highest denomination of banknote in the standard English version of Monopoly?
5,000.
£500. Ellen, which comedian is also famous for his books Stark, Gridlock and Popcorn?
Ben Elton.
Correct. Gordon, in which year did Margaret Thatcher become the first female British Prime Minister?
1979.
Correct. Wendy.
Bank.
Who is the current Poet Laureate?
Anthony Morton or Morton.
Andrew Motion. Sean, the Australian eucalyptus tree is more commonly known as what?
Blue gum.
Gum tree. But I will accept it. Ellen, if you're in Thailand, what is a baht?
A boat?
No, it's money.
Money.
Gordon, which religious leader lives at Lambeth Palace?
Pass.
The Archbishop of Canterbury. Wendy, which town in Oxfordshire gives its name to a type of currant-filled cake?
Banbury.
Correct. Sean, in which American city is the circular Guggenheim Museum?
New York.
Correct. Ellen, Harper Lee wrote which Pulitzer Prize-winning novel?
Pass.
To Kill a Mockingbird. The time is up. Well, another £1,000 gone begging. Someone is clearly holding you back. One of you is about to leave with nothing. It's time to vote off the weakest link.
There's little to choose between the players this time, but the statistics show that Ellen is the weakest link because she got the most questions wrong and lost the most money for the team. But will the others realise that?
Okay, pens down, voting over. It's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Sean.
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 Ellen.
Wendy, why Sean?
Well, he was so good in the earlier rounds, but I felt in that round he started to lose his grip a bit.
Ellen, why Sean?
He's starting to hesitate.
Statistically, of course, you were the weakest link. But that, I'm afraid, isn't the point. Sean, with 3 votes, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
I feel that they made a mistake in voting me off to the weakest link, but then I wouldn't I? We all have to have the confidence to think that we were better than the others. Otherwise, we wouldn't go in for this sort of a show at all. I think the person who should have come off this time was Ellen. I think she was, in that last round, by a distance, the weakest person.
Round 7. Now you have £1,660 out of a possible 6,000 you could have won. There's just 3 of you left, and another 10 seconds is coming off the clock. We are starting with the strongest link from the last round. That's Gordon. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Gordon, which R was the Russian monk who was poisoned, shot and drowned in 1916?
Rasputin.
Correct. Wendy, in Greek mythology, who was condemned to fall in love with his own reflection?
Narcissus.
Correct. Ellen.
Bank.
What was the name of the song released by Band Aid in 1984?
Pass.
Do they know it's Christmas? Gordon, hepatitis is an inflammation of which organ of the body?
The liver.
Correct. Wendy, what does YMCA stand for?
Young Men's Christian Association.
Correct. Ellen, what is the most westerly European capital?
Pass.
Lisbon. Gordon, who was the first person to reach the summit of Mount Everest?
Sherpa Tenzing.
Sir Edmund Hillary. Wendy, which Russian leader introduced the concepts of perestroika and glasnost?
Gorbachev.
Correct. Ellen, in which TV sitcom would you find Uncle Albert?
Only Fools and Horses.
Correct. Gordon, which Shakespeare character gives the to be or not to be speech?
Hamlet.
Correct. Wendy.
Bank.
What was the first name of the composer Holst?
Gustav.
Correct. Ellen, which boxer was voted the 1999 BBC Sports Personality of the Year?
Muhammad Ali.
Lennox Lewis. Gordon, alpaca wool comes from which animal?
Goat.
Camel. Wendy, the world leader of which religious group is called the General?
Pass.
Salvation Army. Ellen, complete the title of this Matt Damon film. Good Will
Hunting.
Correct.
Bank.
Gordon, in which organ of the body is insulin produced?
The pancreas.
Correct. Wendy, what US state is Denver the capital of?
Colorado.
Correct. Ellen, Jules Verne wrote a novel set how many leagues under the sea?
20,000.
Correct. Gordon.
Bank.
Which building did Davy Crockett die defending?
The Alamo.
The time is up, so I can't accept your answer. You didn't reach your £1,000 target, team. You banked £270. Now, in round 8, you get the chance to treble what you bank. That means in the next round, there's £3,000 to be won. It's time to vote off the weakest link.
Statistically, Wendy is the strongest link and Ellen is the weakest link for the second successive round. She got the most questions wrong and lost the most money for the team. But will she survive again?
OK, pens down, voting over. It's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Wendy.
Ellen.
Ellen.
Gordon. Why Ellen?
She missed a couple early on in this round.
Statistically, Ellen, you were the weakest link. And as you can see, with 2 votes, your teammates have voted you the weakest link. Goodbye.
I was thinking that if I had to be voted off, I would have wanted to go early on. Because when you reach the point of almost reaching that end, it's terrible. I think it's a worse feeling. Gordon might have an edge. I think Wendy's going to get a bit nervous, but I may be wrong.
Round 8. You've won £1,930 so far. You could, of course, have won £7,000 by now. Wendy, Gordon, just the 2 of you left, and this time you'll have 90 seconds. But whatever you win in this round will be trebled and added to your total to make up your final prize money. £3,000 is at stake in this round. We're going to start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Wendy. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Wendy, which TV actor played both Doctor Who and Wurzel Gummidge?
Patrick Troughton, no.
John Pertwee. Gordon, which Olympic gold medalist is now a secretary to William Hague?
Pass.
Sebastian Coe. Wendy, which retired cricket umpire wrote the book of memoirs White Cap and Bales?
Dickie Bird.
Correct. Gordon, what is the other word for German measles?
Rubella.
Correct. Wendy, which former Radio 1 DJ had a dog called Arnold as his sidekick?
Sorry.
Tony Blackburn. Gordon, what was Gertrude Erdelay the first woman to do?
Pass.
Swim the English Channel. Wendy, in what country would you find the Great Sandy Desert?
Australia.
Correct. Gordon.
Bank.
Andrew Lloyd Webber's musical Cats is based on a book by which poet?
T.S. Eliot.
Correct. Wendy, what nationality are the rock group Bon Jovi?
Swedish.
American. Gordon, in which city would you find the Kremlin?
Moscow.
Correct. Wendy, in mythology, who was the king who turned everything he touched to gold?
Midas.
Correct.
Bank.
Gordon, the coffee tree originates from which continent?
Asia.
Africa. Wendy, what Bond film saw Christopher Lee as the villain?
Sorry.
The Man with the Golden Gun. Gordon, which American writer was poet Ted Hughes married to?
Pass.
Well, your time is up, and so much for getting rid of the others. You didn't make it to £1,000. You won a pitiful £70. However, we will treble that and add it to the winnings from the previous rounds. That means prize money today of £2,140. But only one of you can take that money away. So you will be playing against each other head to head. I'll ask alternate questions, best of 5. Whoever answers the most correctly wins. It is as simple as that. Now, if there's a tie after 5, we'll go for sudden death until we have a winner. So, Wendy and Gordon for £2,140. Let's play the weakest link. Gordon, as the strongest link in the last round, you have the choice of who goes first.
I'll go first, please.
Step forward. Gordon, Which Impressionist artist is famous for his paintings of water lilies?
Van Gogh.
Claude Monet. Wendy, step forward. Where in the solar system are the Sea of Tranquility and the Ocean of Storms?
On the moon?
Correct. Gordon. Who played the first Doctor Who?
Patrick Troughton.
William Hartnell. Wendy. The Pope delivers his Easter message to crowds gathered in which square?
St. Mark's Square.
St. Peter's Square. Gordon. Famed for its knitwear, which is the most southerly of the Shetland Islands?
Fair Isle.
Correct. Wendy. The charge of the Light Brigade took place during which battle?
The Crimean War.
Balaclava. Gordon, step forward. Annie's song was a hit for which American country singer?
John Denver.
Correct. Wendy. Broccoli is a member of which vegetable family?
Brassica.
Correct. Gordon. What was the first name of Prime Minister Lloyd George?
David.
Correct. Wendy, if you wish to stay in the game, you need to answer this question correctly. There is £2,140 at stake. Wendy, what industry is Silicon Valley famous for?
Computer industry.
Correct. After 5 questions, we have a tie. We now go into a sudden death situations. The questions continue in pairs. So if Gordon gets his question correct, then Wendy will have to answer her question correctly, or she will lose. Let's play sudden death. Gordon, step forward. Which brothers, Gordon, made the first powered aeroplane flight in 1903?
The Wright brothers.
Correct. Wendy, again, I need the correct answer if you wish to stay in the game. Wendy, who was the first person to receive a telephone call?
Marconi's assistant.
No, it was Dr. Watson, who was Alexander Graham Bell's assistant. Gordon, that means you are today's strongest link and you go away with £2,140. Wendy, you leave with nothing. You have been watching The Weakest Link. Goodbye.
And I was willing Gordon to get the answers wrong. Unfortunately, I got more wrong than he did.
I can't believe I got the Fair Isle right. If I'd got it wrong, I would have never been able to go back up to Scotland again.
If you'd like to play The Weakest Link, write to Freepost The Weakest Link or email theweakestlink@bbc.co.uk or call 09001 020 022.